Nature speaks to us constantly. She speaks in rain and storms, sunshine and blooms. She speaks in the subtle breeze under a moonlit sky, and we, her children, have long known her language, yet we so often forget to respond to her call. Hello, beloved listeners. Welcome to episode 4 of the Harmonious Podcast, where we explore the synergy of crystals and herbs. This is Meline, and today we will be exploring the combined benefits of the magnificent herb white sage and the king of all crystals, clear quartz. But before we move on, I need to emphasize that everything you learn in this podcast is for educational purposes only. Please do not start or discontinue any treatment or medication based on what you learn in this podcast. It is essential that you consult a medical doctor before initiating or discontinuing or changing any medications or treatments for your physical, emotional, or mental health. And please make sure that you're not allergic to any of the herbs that you wish to experiment with. Alright, let's begin our episode by exploring the white sage. White sage, or Salvia apiana, is a native plant to Southern California, and it is a perennial herb that typically grows up to 4 feet tall and has silvery green, almost white-colored leaves, which are covered with fine hairs. These hairs give the white sage leaves a fuzzy texture, and it's this plant's adaptation to preserve water loss from its leaves, making white sage more drought tolerant. This plant produces small white or purple flowers that bloom in the summer. There is another type of sage called garden sage, or Salvia officinalis, which is commonly used as a seasoning in cooking. White sage is one of my favorite herbs. Since I moved to California many years ago and started hiking, the scent of white sage under the warmth of the sun, it represents the scent of California's nature for me. If you could touch the leaves of the white sage, your fingers will become sticky, and this is due to the abundance of volatile oils in this plant. White sage has a beautiful history in Native American and other indigenous cultures for spiritual and medicinal purposes. The leaves of white sage are often burnt as incense or used in smudging ceremonies to purify and cleanse the air and to create sacred atmosphere. White sage has also been used in traditional medicine to treat a variety of ailments, including respiratory infections, fever, and digestive issues. Medicinally, white sage has anti-inflammatory benefits, it is antimicrobial, and it contains antioxidants which help remove toxins from our body. It is important to note that due to popularity of smudging using white sage in recent spiritual movements, this amazing plant is now endangered. So please use white sage with care, and please try to use substitutes to white sage whenever possible. It is also a great idea to plant white sage in your garden, in your backyard, and to help this gorgeous native plant survive. It is generally a good practice to plant 3 more trees or shrubs for every tree or shrub that we cut down. Always give back more than you take from Mother Nature. In addition, when harvesting any herb or plant, please research and learn how to harvest that plant so that the harvesting does not kill the plant. For example, when harvesting sage, only harvest a small piece at the tips of the branches. This way, the plant can regrow that portion. Now let's talk about clear quartz crystal, which is also known as the master healer crystal. Clear quartz, as its name suggests, is a clear or white transparent quartz, and it is the most powerful crystal for healing. Clear quartz is an energetic amplifier, and it will amplify the energy of anything that it contacts with. It is also used for meditation and spiritual practices due to its ability to enhance intuition and connect with higher consciousness. Clear quartz raises energy to the highest possible level. Therefore, it is better if you don't keep your clear quartz in your bedroom because its high energy will keep you up at night. Clear quartz is one of the most programmable crystals, meaning that you can focus your intentions into the crystal, and that crystal will promote and amplify that specific intention for you. If you pair any other crystal with clear quartz, the energy and vibration of that crystal will be amplified as well. When used in meditation, clear quartz filters out distracting thoughts and helps with concentration. This master healer stimulates our immune system, clears our energetic aura, and brings the body into a balance physically and emotionally. In addition to its metaphysical properties, clear quartz is also widely used in technology for its piezoelectric properties, which allows it to convert mechanical energy to electrical energy and vice versa. It is used in various electronic devices, including watches, radios, and computers. So, what are some of the ways that we can combine the healing white sage together with the master healer clear quartz to cultivate more benefits from them? So, one of my favorite methods is to make white sage sun tea. You can use a tea bag or dried white sage leaves to make this tea. Sun tea is made by adding room temperature water to the herbs and leaving the glass container under the sun for a few hours. The warmth of the sun will gently extract the nutrients from the sage without the extreme heat of the boiling water. You can place a clear quartz crystal in your container, add the white sage tea bag or dried leaves, add the water, and place it under the sun for a few hours. Then, remove the crystal and strain the leaves. This tea is very cooling, and it can especially help with hot flashes. Another favorite method of mine is to plant white sage in my garden and place pieces of clear quartz around the sage plant. You can program these crystals for any intention that you have, such as promoting health and happiness of the family members, and by placing them around your sage plant, you will also amplify the healing properties of this magnificent herb. Now, for this next method, I want to introduce you to a few different techniques that can be used to replace burning the sage bundle or smudging with sage, while providing the same benefits and results. So, instead of burning sage and to help preserve this endangered herb, play 528 Hz solfeggio frequencies. According to research, frequency of 528 Hz reduces total concentration of reactive oxidative species in brain tissue. Prolonged exposure to this sound wave has shown to reduce anxiety and stress levels. Thus, for this method, you can find 528 Hz music on YouTube and listen to it while holding a clear quartz crystal, while visualizing a healthy white sage plant. Visualize gently touching its leaves and visualize how the leaves smell under the sunlight. So for this last method, if you absolutely need to use white sage for smoke cleansing, please use it responsibly and only burn a small piece. The smoke of the sage can be used to cleanse your space and your clear quartz crystal. One sage bundle can last for months or even years. Remember to thank the white sage for assisting you in your spiritual journey. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. Leave me a comment, and I would appreciate it if you would share this episode with friends and family who may be interested in this topic. Feel free to email me at mindfulmanifest2@gmail.com. It's mindfulmanifest and then the number 2@gmail.com should you have any questions, comments, and suggestions. Until next time, stay happy and healthy. I am Meline, and this was Harmonious, where we explore the synergy of crystals and herbs.